All right, let's go, everybody. Welcome in to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. Finalizing everything in the background here, and we can kick off. There we go, and then just gotta fix my fit. There we go. Now we are ready to see what is going on in this market. Welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. Hope everybody has been enjoying the streams that we do Monday through Friday, 8:30 New York time, 10 p.m. on Saturdays. I got my coffee and I'm ready to kick off here. So crypto bubbles, where we often start off. Dash is up 20%. That's wild. We had a lot of pump today. Look, when we dropped down the 1 through 1,000, I mean, what's the biggest one? 2 to 300. Okay, 100 to 200 is up 4%. So we had a lot of green on the day. Everybody was getting ready for that push to like 50,000, that big drop to come in, and it hasn't happened. We've been talking here on the channel about how all the new coins coming out all have an institutional angle. Institutions are buying while retail is still continuing to sell off. This is a hallmark of things to come. A lot of times retail is still selling off. They just don't get it. That's why they call them dumb money. I'm not promising anybody anything, never financial advice, but you do have to understand that if institutions are continuing to buy and retail is continuing to dump, they're not doing that so that they can ride down to super low prices. They're on their way up. Generally speaking, you do with that as you wish. Zcash up 16.9%. Saw somebody hit a great trade on Zcash today. Shout out to my man Zo00. Or LOOO Zo. That's what it is. I was going to call him 00 Zo. I like that. It's short. Anyways, Zcash up to $671, up 17% right now. Hash up 53%, or this is Province Blockchain, up 53% here. We got Hype up 17.3%. Mantle up 8%. Let's drop down another 100. What's going on in this chat? Reliable J in the house. Welcome in. Melissa, Blues Guy, my wonderful mods are here. We do have the Discord linked in the chat. I did remember to do that. All right, let's go. So Lighter up 16.9%. It's a bad rainstorm coming through the area here. Hopefully I don't lose power or anything crazy like that. Sky AI bouncing. Banana 31. Bananas 31. 2-0. Every time I look at their logo, it makes me feel like it didn't load, but that is actually their logo. Chim's up 20%. Blockstreet, Billions Network down another 20%, so it really didn't bounce. We got Centrifuge and Grass. Link to Grass, if you don't know what Grass is, there's a link in the description. Throw a 111, I'll explain what Grass is. Jito up 31% with a nice bounce. And this is on our radar here, this Xverse. Very interesting. Market cap 167 million. Not super small, but not really big either. That Xverse is on my radar. I want to take a look at that. What else do we got here? We got Kita, Derive, Zen, right? Zen actually getting a little bit of a pump here. That's cool to see. Pharaohs. Esports is up 30% and Deep is up 10%. I'm glad to see Deep is actually getting a little bit of a pump. Let's run our price rundown here as we always do. Refresh, make sure we have the latest number. What's that overall market cap looking like? Up 1.3% to 2.67 trillion. I do love that. Let me hit the copy. It says that's easy, or said that's easy, bro. Easy money. Okay. I don't know what's going on. What was easy money? And shout out to anybody coming in. Make sure you smash that like button. Very, very important stuff. Bitcoin, $77,638. Ethereum, $2,134. And again, things getting a little bit of a recovery here, but you can see on the 7-day, a lot of things still pretty red. So, is it temporary? Was that a little local bottom? We're going to take a look at the charts for Bitcoin and a few other things if anybody asks, and we will do our best to figure out how we feel about that. BNB $651. XRP $1.37. Solana $86.38. Dogecoin, like a 10-cent flat. It's down 7.7%. I hate to see that, but it is what it is. Hyperliquid continuing to just take names here at $56. It's up 43.8%. Hyperliquid was one of the good ones, along with Zcash, to be paying attention to right now. But they have pumped, so do they need to come back a little bit? I'm not sure. I mean, you can look at the charts. They don't look like everything else. Cardano, 25 cents, let's call it. Still down 5.6%. XMR. So Monero hasn't had quite the pump. Maybe Monero is a lagger here. $407. Chainlink, $9.67. Canton Network, 15.5 cents here, just barely green on the 7-day. XLM 14.5 cents. Sweet, $1.10, still down 9% in the last 7 days. Avalanche, $9.32. Memecore, $3.06, as it just took a dive today. Let's see, what else do we got going on here? Down to Flare for the King of Flare. Shout out to the Blues guy and Melissa, the greatest mods in the game. Let's go down 85 by market cap. Still hanging out where it's been. So many coins that I want to buy right now. Always more coins than there is money, right? That's just how it always goes, and it doesn't really matter how much money you have. Let's go to trending coins. Oh, look at that. Blue Sky. You love this coin. Manifesting. And the ticker is Manifest. All right, I don't know what that is, but we'll check it out. The chart looks pretty good, honestly. Pudgy Penguins, Hyperliquid, Zcash, Nexus, Bitcoin, VVV, Venus Token, Billions Network, Ondo, Lighter, Solana, Centrifuge, Avalanche, Maple Finance, and Sweet. So what do we want to look at here? Well, I think the first one is pretty obvious. It's Manifesting. It says gratitude to you. Hey, gratitude to you. Simply be aware when someone says that's easy or easy money. Yep, exactly. When people sell you something as too easy, there's usually something afoot, right? Something's probably going on there. We're going to talk about manifesting and whatever this new coin is here shortly. Volume's very low and the market cap's very low, right? 19 million here, but it looks like it's just starting to take off. I could see this thing doing numbers just depending on how well they did their branding and stuff. But what I really want to come look at here is I want to come over to Le Trading View. I don't know why I always try to make it sound like it's French or something. And I want to take a look at BTC. It is Wednesday night. If I were to trade something, I would just be trying to scalp. I did put some more money in my week's account, but I'm trying to trade it like it is the last money I ever had, so I can be super on top of my due diligence, as I am still practicing at becoming a good trader here. This looks rather interesting on the 1 hour. I mean, you had a head and shoulder. Head and shoulder did what a head and shoulder does, right? I mean, look at that. You can't really make no excuses about that one. It straight dumped, right? And then let's pull a fib for like the entire range. Crunch it down just a little bit on the 1 hour. And you'll see a lot of action at the 786. A lot of action at the 618. Fix that back. Where's Camsta? Where's all of our people? Where's Bankroll? Thought he was back. So yeah, a lot of accumulation at 786, starting to dig yourself out to look like run up to the 1 hour 200. So that's a good vibe right there. Are we going to do one of those pump all weekend kind of things? I don't know. We want to make smart trades, 3-to-1 trades. Nothing too crazy. There's the 15-minute above the 200. We're up at the higher range, or, you know, right at the break here at previous resistance. And you can see all over here that had been previously support. So you really want that SR flip. Not exactly beautiful, but shoulder, head, Or is it more like shoulder, head, and then maybe we get another shoulder? I'm not sure. I'll really just be scalping these small time frames here. And let's run back to the 5 minute. 5 minute, of course, above the 200. 3 minute, I'm sure. 1 minute, also above the 200. And again, we're just pressing up against that resistance. It looks like it wants to go here. Stochastics on the 1 minute high. 3 minute, a little away from the 21. It's probably coming back there. 5 minute, stochastics high. 7 high, 10 high. 15 minute. Also high. This thing looks like it's going to turn around real quick. 1 hour. Looks like it was doing something like this. They dolphin dipped you first. Like, do you guys see this, or is it just me? Now, when these break out, they are parabolic. When the rising wedge breaks out, it is parabolic. And that just looks like it's going back to the 200 moving average on the 1 hour. Let's go to the 4. 4 really looks like it made a nice cup. Or I guess you could say it's setting up for that shoulder, head, and shoulder maybe. Very interesting. Running up to that 200 on the 4 hour. The 4 hour stochastic is really high. Don't really see any glaring divergences. I mean, on the 1 hour, I see a little bit, right? Let's go ahead and delete our work there. Yes, we're kind of moving quick. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer if you have no idea what I'm doing here. I mean, that looks like you're coming down on the 1 hour. But sometimes it doesn't, and then this RSI just kind of pumps up, and then all of a sudden you don't have divergence anymore. So if this pumps up with that Stokes, the divergence could just become null and void. That's something I'm certainly working on. Green fingers in the house. I shouldn't be awake this time on a Thursday. Just do what I do and take a nap before the stream. That always helps. That's why when I wake up, first thing I got to do is get some coffee in to my body so that I can be awake. So I just put a little more money over in weeks. I'm excited to get back to trading. Super on top of my discipline. I was so exhausted. One night I opened a short. I don't remember opening it at all. And must have got distracted. I forgot to put a stop loss in, and it pretty much wrecked my account. And then I had $8 left because I only traded with $25. I'm just practicing due diligence. And then I'm not gonna lie, I kind of chased to try to get it back. And now then I had $3. So I just loaded $50 into the account. Gonna do my best to just see when I first. Here's the thing. And you just got to be honest and transparent. I'm still working on becoming a good trader. I've only been studying trading for about 4 years, real focused, probably more like a year and a half, 2. But I've been learning for about 3.5, 4. Anyways, my point is, when I first realized I'd opened a short and that it wasn't what I wanted to be in, I was only down, right, $5 on my 25. I shouldn't have held in there. I should have closed it immediately and then flipped the direction that I wanted and stuff. But you see Sam on the live stream, trading has been very hard. So I'm not really looking to get in anything crazy too fast here. That's really what I'm trying to say. I'm just kind of watching. I'd almost rather take some bigger time frame trades. And I'm thinking the 100 back to the 200. The 1 hour, right? Not the 100, but the 1 hour back to the 200 moving average looks pretty nice. But do we wait for the signal? This looks like it's already moved a lot. I do kind of hate to buy into this right now. So I got to remind myself there's always another trade. Don't think I want to grab this right now unless I can find something. Everything is kind of already moved, right? It's definitely already moved. I'm too slow on the draw here. I probably should have not taken a nap. but I've been getting up every day now at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. I got up at 7:12 this morning, hit like a 2.5 hour walk, that like 13,000 steps in before it's even like 11. I had like 12,000 steps in by the time it was, I think, like 10:40, and then hit the gym immediately after. And this thing is going. This thing is cooking. Welcome in, everybody. Smash that like button. Welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. And yeah, I really kind of wanted an entry here, and I just didn't get the setup. Didn't really see what I'm looking for yet. I do like how low the stoke is on the 1 hour. And I really want to make sure I'm taking good trades, right? Of course there's FOMO. Of course I want to jump in right now. But you can see, to get a 3-to-1 here, I'd really like to be able to at least hide under that 21, right? Which means that I'd have to have a much bigger target. And at that point, I'm just kind of making it up, right? My target, if anything, would be the 200 on the 1 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour time frame. I mean, what I guess I'm hoping for here is that this makes a nice cup and gives us a handle that maybe that'll give me a good position to get into. So I just got to be patient. It's Wednesday night. There can definitely be some good stuff going on a Wednesday night, but Thursday by noon, I want to be out of the market, unless it's one of those rare weekends where we get a lot of pump. But even that can be, it can set up and look like you're going to get a nice pump over the weekend, and then it just not really work out. Then go right to your regular chop, and that really sucks. John316 says, I bought Jasmine today. Smash the like button. Yep, Jasmine's cool. I own I bought like $1,000 worth of Jasmine at one point. It's actually one of probably my worst timed buys. When I look back at it, I don't kick myself too much for it, to be honest with you, because given the time frame and everything, 4-year cycle, everything I had to go off of, it looked like a great time to buy, and Jasmine was hot. Looking back now, I realize, of course, that was, we were never really going to get an altcoin season. That was the altcoin season. I thought we had a whole another year, because 2025 was supposed to be, at least by the end of the year, we were supposed to have some kind of euphoric altcoin top. They didn't give it to us. Anyways, I won't go into that, but yeah, I like Jasmine. I think it's probably like the Japanese coin. What coin is more like Japanese than Jasmine? Go to their website. It's not in English. Very little of it is in English. All right, getting inverted head and shoulder. Definitely did the thing for Sui. Right, definitely did the thing. That worked out well. And then that's already worked out. Now you're kind of getting the cup and handle, right? So cup, handle. And you go look at it with the cup and handle. From kind of the neckline. Or you could just take it like this falling wedge here, which actually looks like it's just turning into it kind of looks to me like it's just turning into a rounded bottom. Sometimes it'll look like a falling wedge and it'll never really do the big pop. It'll just kind of turn into a rounded bottom instead. Something like this on the 4 hour, stop below the 200. I kind of like that. Good evening. Thank you for being here, Grandma. I'm sure you're watching hockey right now while you're listening to the show. I don't know if I'm really eager enough to hop in this right now, but I probably should be. What's the target on this? $1.65? I feel like that's the target I had before at one point. Very interesting here. I mean, very tempting with the stop. Well below the 200 on the 4 hour. That I could actually come up here and really put it close. like right there. Get a 3.8, almost a 4-to-1. Already starting to get the breakout. Of course, you could dial into the smaller time frames. See the 1 hour is kind of getting rejected by the 200. Let's see what the 15 minutes doing. 15 looking good though. 15 minute is looking pretty good. Let's roll back to BTC. See what's going on here. We're going to get back to what's trending. Don't you worry. So now I guess we want to see this support become, or this resistance, I should say, right? Resistance, 4 or 5 times here become support. The 15-minute stochastic is a little high. Roll down to the 5, still high. 3-minute, just not getting much reset here. Let's go to the 1 minute, right? That's where we look for the entry most of the time. And we'll just watch what's going to happen. I don't really think you're going to get a very easy 3-to-1 out of this. It's such a small move, right? I mean, if you hide under that, hide right under that 21, basically. 1 minute stochastic reset here. Elio 00 Zo says, yo, BTC ripping. Yeah, it absolutely is. Cryptic Quentin in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. All of my undergrounders, smash that like button. I appreciate all you guys. And it's a Wednesday night. I'm glad to see everybody showing up on a Wednesday night. I don't know what's going on with my speech here. I'm still waking up. That's why we got the coffee in the cup. And I have loaded some more money into my week's account, so I'm ready to get trading. But I don't want to be just reckless here with tiny moves. If I was going to trade this, I think I would use very small amounts of money. Hyperliquid is going nuts. Yeah, Hyperliquid is going nuts. Makes me very apprehensive to get into it. Mega ETH is something like, I've said this several times. I could be completely wrong. Mega ETH feels like it's going to do a Rave DAO kind of thing. I feel like they sold this thing off so hard that it's hard to believe it doesn't do some kind of run here. So I don't know what you guys want to do with that information. I'm certainly not saying, hey, I think it's a great coin, but it just gives me that vibe. And I got to keep saying it, because if it hits that run, I don't know, then I'll be right. I don't know what I'll do with that. Sky AI. Yeah, let's look at it on like the 5. Under its 200 here. Kind of ugly price action, right? Doesn't look like the best chart I've ever seen. A lot of straight downs, a lot of nothing for long periods of time. I mean, look at this thing. This is not the type of stuff I like to see on my chart, because that just says, hey, something ain't right. And that's why I don't hop into a lot of these tiny things like that. Ton coin. Again, you get like these falling wedges. This is what I've been saying. I've been noticing this a lot. This fallen wedge, instead of getting the big jump breakout, they just kind of round. Maybe come up to the neckline, cup and handle out. So we need BTC to play ball. I mean, that's everything all the time, right? What I'm kind of was hoping for is like a better quick little pullback, right? Is now the time to short? Probably not. I don't want to get anybody hyped on that. But if you go to like the 15 minute, you're going to be decently far away from the 21, right? You go to the 1 hour. As you go up in time frame, you're just going to be farther away. But I'm thinking the 1 hour looks like it wants to run back up to the 200-day moving average, and then we'll see what the heck is going on there. Going to get more of this like falling wedge type of vibe. I'm looking. I'm interested to see what I want to do here. That would be a 3-to-1. This does look like at the spot where you would get the bounce, right? Let me move you guys back over. There we go. Hop up over here. I was messing around. My leverage is a little high here. That's the 1 hour. 1 hour looks closer to the 200 than anything else, but far away from the 21 for the 1 hour. Bouncing a little bit off that 21. Trying to recreate what we had going on here. I mean, again, this is a 1 minute pattern, but I don't know. It's been so sketchy trading BTC or anything lately. Nothing's getting like the follow through that it's made me a little bit weary of getting in. Which is what they want. That's exactly what they want. Get everybody real hesitant. They'll take the moves. You'll hesitate, and they'll run it up. The 3-minute 21 still a little far away. I want to not feel like I have to FOMO the trade. All right, what's going on? Hey, Camp's in the house. I'm late. Showing my son Dungeons of Eternity on Quest 3. Nice. He was loving it. Welcome in, welcome in. Kyle from Banter called a Tau long today, and it was fire. Okay. I used my profits from the Tau trade to buy some ton spot. Well done. Things have been popping with BTC not playing ball today. Who called VVV, Cam? Same guy? I didn't mention VVV today. Last time I tried to long, it got killed. Yeah, exactly. Did you sure lost all 3 trades that day? Pretty sure I was just talking about Tau. Okay. I think he did look at VVV though. Either him or the lifer. I can't remember, right? Everyone is looking at that coin. It's super popular. I'm only sure of the fact of my own ignorance. Yeah, definitely sure of that, right? Really want to see the 3-minute. This thing looks like it might be wanting to break out here. I'm gonna delete all of this here. There we go. Just kind of watch it. And let's talk about what's trending, right? It's a good thing this thing could pump. I don't want to chase too hard on a Wednesday night. It's just really not my vibe. So this coin manifesting has been pumping, I guess. It's trending today. I don't know anything about it, but here it is. 18.9 million in market cap. It's at about 2 cents. Max chart says it's been out since the 18th. A billion tokens, 899.9 million in circulating supply. It's a pump.fun kind of meme coin on Solana. So that means there's not a ton to say about it, right? Is the intentional process of turning desires into reality by aligning thought, emotion, and belief, creating a high frequency vibration. I feel like if it was that easy, everybody would be absolutely rich. I think they always sell manifesting as way more simple than it would be if it was real. And I do believe that there's a form of it that's real, but I don't think it's as easy as people think. Sit on their couch and just chant money, money, money in their head and then act like money's going to fall from the sky. Never happens. The numbers for the record. 3 steps to the other side. Get a wallet, fund it with Sol, swap it for Manifest. They want you to get in their coin, and they're a meme coin, and they don't really have anything to offer you. Could totally run though. Don't get me wrong. Everybody wants to chase it. If BTC is going to play ball and not dump right now, hardcore, then this could be something that actually does pump. It's still pretty low, 18.9 million. Of course, somebody could rug pull this in a heartbeat on you. Let's see, do they even have any perpetuals here? No perpetuals, so you're just buying spot and holding at that point. Pudgy Penguins, Hyperliquid, Nexus, VVV, of course. Looking like it's VVV's getting the smallest pullback here. Let's go take a look at that. Looking like it wants to pump. I'm okay with missing it. I don't want to chase. 753.7 million in market cap. I mean, we should know what it is, I would think, by now. I really just wanted to look at this little bit of a pullback here. And this is on the 1 hour. Grab our fib. Pull the range, and you're at the 618. 618 is a good place, and I tend to think that, like, the hotter the coin, the less deep into a pullback it really gets, right? So that could be a good place to get in. Of course, if it gets down to the 786, to me, that's like the perfect buy. What do we got going on? Said I'm back long Tau and Silver, right? Cam still with the no fees on weeks. Turbo looking like it can make a move to the upside. Okay. AMVVV popping off again. I try to trade. It does not do this. Oh, well. Going short lighter. Yeah, lighter never makes me feel like it's really going to just take off and stay that way. 4 hour short is growing strong. Looks ready to roll. Talking about a 4 hour short for BTC or VVV. Probably BTC, as VVV's already kind of rolled over here. Saying 4 hours short. Yeah. I mean, if you're talking about a rejection, yeah. A rejection on the 200-day moving average for the 4 hour stochastic high. You got bearish divergence here. I mean, look at this. And then down here, if we pull from relatively the same place. All right, it just messed everything up. Charting on weeks can be a little difficult sometimes. You can see that those diverge on the 4 hour. I mean, I guess you would just set your stop above the 4 hour 200. If I was going to short it, I think I'd like to see if it got a little closer to that 200 before I entered into a position. But you could start with something tiny right here. I do kind of hate to short BTC, but we are in a downtrend, and the trend is your friend until it isn't. It's kind of that local bottom wick here. And I'm just kind of exploring what I think could be going on here. I'm not married to any kind of idea at this moment. Does look like it's wanting to pump. Let's roll to the 3. Yep, starting to kind of get that move there. Hasn't broke this previous high quite yet, but it looks like it's threatening to do so. Is it going to M out? Right, is it going to M? Maybe even get a head and shoulders in there. I certainly don't know anything but the fact of my own ignorance. Yeah, he says BTC. Yeah, that's what I figured you meant. UG, start getting into metal trading, and you can open and close trades all you want. No fees. It's amazing. Finally found a good use for weeks besides staking. Yeah, and if you want to trade metals and you don't already have a week's account, I do have my week's link down in the description. Let's kind of build a case here on the 3 minute. I mean, are we going to get a little bit of consolidation? I'd kind of like to see this thing fill out a little bit before I took a shot at it. Let's bounce back to doing our what is trending. We're looking at Venice token. Is it getting rejected here at the 0.5? I don't know. $16.27 for VVV. It's come a long way since we first started looking at it, right? Let's go over and take a look at the Fear and Greed Index, and we have moved up a little bit. Let me refresh it, make sure we have the latest numbers here. 29 on the Fear and Greed Index. I like that. What was it at yesterday? I think it was, 27. I was going to say 25. I would have been wrong. But you can see the progression. You come down to the bar graph here. Go to like the last 7 days. And you can kind of see we were up nice and high here. And we just kind of came down. We've been pretty steady. Make a lot more sense probably on the 1 month here. Still very much just kind of in a range. And let's go take a look at what has been trending. Crypto Rank has been a good place to look at what's trending. A lot of new coins coming out. Let's make it the top 20 and not the top 10. And let's see what is new on the radar. These pop-ups are something else over here. So we got Nexus, which says it's been around for 0 years. So there you go. Looks like maybe it just launched today. Is that a thing? Nexus is a zero-knowledge virtual machine, ZKVM, designed for scalable, verifiable computing or computation. 320 million in its market cap, only ever been as high as 345. Obviously, this is a very new coin. Layer 1, Ethereum, BNB, ZK Proof, Proof of Stake. They've raised 25 mil, it says. Where did all the other money come from? I don't know. Maybe it just took off when it came out. There we go. So what do we start at? That's volume. Can I look at something else besides volume? I want to look at market cap, not volume. I like how Crypto Rank lets you look at market cap as a chart and not just volume. So you got fundraising, markets, right? Where can you get into this thing? Mexi, Kraken, analytics. Let's go there. I mean, it's very new, so I think you're not going to have a good time trying to find good analytics here. Historical data. I don't usually click on all this stuff. How does it have tomorrow on there already? Doesn't make sense. All right, let's go to overview. All right, Nexus. It's zero knowledge virtual machine, which I like. Zero knowledge is definitely the future. I met some very smart people in Miami. I mean, very smart. And he was talking about zero knowledge being kind of the best. So I like it. Total raised here. This is variational. 61.8 million total raised. It's a peer-to-peer trading protocol for perpetuals and generalized derivatives. So more of that kind of jazz here. Coinbase Ventures is invested. 50 million they've raised from that round, right? 61.8 million overall. Just trying to stay on top of what's coming out because, not allowed to use it because of where I am. They don't like my VPN, whatever. Go take a look at XAG for a minute. The second it crashes back to 72, you jump in for a long. All right, I'll take a look at that in a minute. I do feel like we're getting pulled all over the place. I got to focus a little bit. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday night. Shout out to all the undergrounders. Thank you for being here. So that was variational. Let's get through a few of these real quick before I go anywhere else. Cantina Labs here is developing a financial infrastructure designed specifically for AI agents. There you go. They've raised 48 million. More institutional talk. I don't know. The vibe that I'm getting right now, never financial advice, just my own feelings, is that Retail is still dumping and retail is still scared, and the institutions are buying hard and setting themselves up, and a lot of projects that are maybe a little more in on the know or have some kind of connection to that world, they're launching their tokens and shooting their shot, trying to get into those pools of money with the institutions. And I don't know if they would be doing that unless they know something's coming. So keep that in the back of your mind here. ISIN, it's just a hunch. ISIN is an AI-powered regulatory compliance platform. Why all the compliance platforms and all of this stuff? Why are they all launching? Are they just launching because, regulatory framework is coming out? Could be. Or do they know something is about to boom here in the short term? And a lot of these people play a longer game. Like, short term to them could be a couple of years, 5.9 million total raised for Sorted. Sorted is a non-custodial crypto wallet. And that's all they wrote. Designed to provide financial access to unbanked or underbanked individuals in developing regions. Optimized for feature phones and low-powered smartphones, the platform promotes economic empowerment. Kind of reminds you of the unbanked initiative from Cardano, that kind of thing. So OIX, however I'm supposed to say that, is a crypto derivatives exchange that provides access to trading in crypto, forex, stocks, indices, and commodities. So it's another decentralized exchange. Then we got Checker. What is this, like a rugger? Checker Finance is an API platform unifying stablecoin liquidity, payments, and treasuries for financial institutions. Again, just one coin after another with some kind of idea that is geared towards institutions. Aeon, we've been looking at for a couple of days here. Aeon is a settlement layer for agentic economy, enabling autonomous AI agents transactions, right? So with that being said, it's rather AI or institutional at this point. Tomoland. Tomoland is a mobile UGC platform where users create game worlds. They look pretty cool. I don't know how many users they really had yet. We love some DeFi gaming, but I'll try not to make it all about DeFi gaming. Just throw the trailer up real quick. Where's it at? It looks kind of simple. But of course, they're supposed to be using AI. Using AI to generate maps and stuff like that. It's kind of a cool idea. You can kind of build new stuff constantly. That would make a game pretty fun, don't you think? If the maps was constantly being generated and changed, it was almost like an infinite land because AI was always generating the next thing. But then it also could become extremely predictable. I can see that as well. Let me go ahead and fix where the volume comes from. Where's my mixer? Volume mixer. All right, let's get it so you can actually hear everything that's going on. There we go. All right, this is Tomoland. Keeping an eye on it. Looks interesting. DeFi Friday coming up in just a couple of days, so I think we'll be checking out Tomoland just to see what there is there. Then we have this token ops. Now, if you've never been to the channel or you haven't really followed along through several weeks, these coins that are brand new that have no token generation event all of a sudden will token generate, and then all of a sudden everybody will be talking about it, and we'll be like, hey, we knew what that was before anybody. So you choose what you shoot your shot on, right? I don't tell nobody what to think. I'm not a financial advisor, but we stay on top of these new coins coming out. So this is Token Ops. Look at one of their funders, one of their backers is Zama. I find that very interesting. Camp says it looks like Decentraland. That sucked big time. Yeah, it did. Zoe says Baby Shark. That's funny. It's in the TradFi section of Weeks Perps Trading. Okay. I'll take a look at it in a minute. Let's get through some of these things going on here. I want to stay on top of this. This is Token Ops is a cross-chain infrastructure with self-storage tokens that provide token lifecycle management tools. So management tools that Zama's involved. Sounds like it's still very much geared towards institution. The token cap table and lifecycle management tool for token issuers for investors, trusted by leading businesses in Web3. Okay. This definitely seems like this is something that is, for the builders, not the masses. Token Ops has been acquired by Zama. Okay, so this is a buyout. This is not just an investment. Zama has bought this. Let's look at the app if we can. Build, track, execute, token distribution, checking, claim, token allocation. This is for builders, not for retail. But it must serve a purpose, or I don't think Zama would have bought it. So that's good to know. I'll be looking at Token Ops, right? I think they probably have a plan for it. What is this? Cometh? It's a weird name. Is a DeFi BaaS API for custody, staking, trading, payments, and smart wallet compliance. Probably very technical stuff here. Interesting. I don't see any money raised, so this thing is very hot off the press. Of course, Lighter and Derive. Derive's been around a long time. Lighter is not really. 21 Capital. There are so many new projects launching. It's kind of crazy. 21 Capital is a publicly traded company specializing in Bitcoin treasury management. Are they trying to compete with Michael Saylor here? Is that what's going on here? 21 Capital operates outside the traditional finance system, which is based in expansion, debt, and inflation monetary policies. Instead, the company aligns itself with Bitcoin's fixed supply and transparent architecture, right? Its operational model, treasury strategy, and organization mandate centered on Bitcoin as a unit of account. And it says it's a publicly traded company, so can we actually buy this on the stock market? Somebody, Blues Guy, where's my Blues Guy? Can you go look this up? Oh, he's in Canada, so I don't know if he'll know how to do this. Can you go look up 21 Capital here and tell me if it is actually traded on the stock market anywhere? So, Finyaman goes independent from Republic to form 300 million crypto Hedge. I don't even think that's relevant to this at all. This is just random news stories. Nice. Love that. I don't know. They've raised 685 million. Seems pretty serious to me. 21 Capital. That one we're going to keep on the radar. And the way this builds day after day is we're coming back, we're looking at things, and then we see what sticks around, what doesn't stick around. We'll hit a day and we'll be like, oh, look, 21 Capital had their token generation event today. It pumped or it dumped or here's the market cap, that kind of stuff. Block native. Blockchain infrastructure for mempool data. Does anybody remember what a mempool is? I've raised that crypto IQ many times. We've talked about mempools, and we certainly will again. Gas prediction, transaction monitoring, and wallet tools. So data services, developer tools, this is all for the dev. Do it for the dev. Blockchain native is a blockchain infrastructure platform specializing in real-time mem monitoring, gas price prediction APIs. So again, not really for retail. Notice a lot of the stuff coming out is not really for retail. It's agentic networks, it's for devs, it's for institutions, mostly for institutions. If I had to rank it, it would be like institutional services, right? AI agent and agentic network, and then, some things for devs. Solana name service, been around 5.4 years, right? MetaDAO. Lucky Horse, which I don't know anything about other than it's like a Chinese meme coin. It's been around for 0.3 years. Yes, XXI ticket on the NYSE. There you go, Blues Guy. Thank you. So, I guess if you're looking for like a Michael Saylor's kind of thing, then there you go. CCP says nothing is mooning. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. I don't know about nothing is mooning. That seems a little harsh. Flying tulips is not very exciting. Let me say that. He says nothing is mooning, and I feel like we should definitely see. Look, this is why I did not get into this, right? And it started to rip, and I would have moved my stop if I was watching it, but I don't trust anything right now. I'd rather sit back and let the environment kind of get better overall. Like, I'd rather come back Monday night, 6 to 8 p.m. and start really looking at the market hard and seeing what we think is going to happen, right? So he says nothing is mooning. I think we should go look at, say, hype. Hype certainly looks like it's mooning to me. I mean, you can see the trade we were looking at now, your stop would have totally got hit. So I'm not going to act like this is amazing, but it did the thing. It definitely did the thing, right? Let me delete all of this, really. It's just a bunch of clutter. But I don't know, man. I would say that hype has mooned pretty hard, if you ask me. That looks very parabolic. Let's go to like a 15-minute chart. Yeah, that thing has mooned. Hype is out of here. I mean, it was at like, what, 56, 52 when we looked at it, I guess, yeah, down here. And it is just absolutely ripped. I mean, you go to the hour, and that thing is just absolutely parabolic. So I don't know about nothing is mooning. And you might be like, oh, that's an anomaly. It's just hype. Well, I mean, where's Zcash? Zcash is mooning. I mean, Zcash is mooning pretty hard, if you ask me. It's up here at $680. I mean, if we go to like the weekly, it's only ever been as high as $750. So I don't know. There's a few things mooning for sure. I hear you. I mean, the market is not amazing, but for what BTC is doing right now, I would say it's pretty good to see some things really ripping. And the altcoins kind of saying, hey, we're going to have a little bit of altcoin season regardless here. Says you could go to like 958, which would still be pretty nice gains from about 600, like 600 or so where we're at. What exactly are we at? 677 it says. And the 1 hour kind of looks like it's flagging out. I don't know what it's going to do. It's already pumped really hard, makes me very weary, but it could just kind of consolidate. Right? And it does seem like everybody is kind of running to these things. So we'll see. I mean, I'd love to see that 21 come up here. If that's the case, maybe we do something a little more like this. And then boom, right there. And that would take several hours though. CCP has the most hilarious 5. Thanks for being here. Yeah, those mooning. I just let Jesus take the wheel, or Jesua take the wheel for now. I thought I was going to say Jesus, but he's got somebody else taking the wheel for him. Moon goes down, sun goes down, moon goes up, mooning. There you go. Serve did, yep. I do want to look at Serve. Moon shines on everyone. Zach, baby, yeah. Elio00Zo, he put a really nice hit today for Zcash. Shout out to you, brother. I'm happy for you. BTC Daddy. There you go. The reg coin, per se, not moving. Yep, made $30 on Tau today. That was awesome. Well done, well done. Better pull it out. It's Gray God says, I think you're sharing the wrong screen. Hey, thanks for saying that, because you are right. I got too excited here. That's why he doesn't know what I'm talking about. So I was showing, he said nothing was mooning. I probably should have moved everybody over. But there you go. Zcash has definitely been doing its thing. Hype, of course, has been very hype as well. Look at that thing. Just absolutely ripping. Still ripping. Far away from the 21, though. Not where I'd want to hop in if you weren't already there. Hopefully Bankroll is making a bankroll right now. That's what I hope. I haven't been in the Bankroll TA tab today. And there we go. Yep, and XAG. I'll look at that. Thanks for saying that. It's Grey God. Welcome in, welcome in. I don't know that I know that name. There is a link to our free Discord in the chat. You might want to hop on in there. It might not be free forever. So let's look at that XAG real quick for cam stuff. Look at the QQQ. QQQ has just been absolutely massively ripping. I'm not going to really try to go over it because it's not really crypto. But I guess you could say the XAG is not really either. Gotta take the, where do I want to look at it at? Probably the NASDAQ, right? Silver. USD spot, commodities. Yeah, we'll go there. That works. That should show us what we need to look at. Looks like it's making a nice inverted head and shoulder on the 4 hour. Kind of running up to the 4 hour 200 just like BTC was doing, but I don't know. Be looking for that right shoulder, which means maybe a little bit of drawdown, maybe a good time to get in. I don't know. I don't look at gold a ton, that's for sure. I mean, I guess you could say like a slanted double bottom here, but I really like the idea of another shoulder, right? $15-minute. It's looking like it wants to maybe make a nice pump here on the 15, breaking that previous resistance. Can it hold? Looks a lot like Bitcoin, right? Had some previous resistance. It broke above it. Now we just got to kind of wait for it to flag out the 21. I mean, this could be a good setup. Let the stochastic reset on the 5, right? Let the 21 come up. Let this flag out. So you start doing our prediction here, our projection, I should say, right? Something like that. Let the 21 come up. Let the 5-minute stoke reset. And see if you can have the trade come to you versus just chasing a massive pump. Well, massive might, massive for the 5-minute, I guess. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Said 72 was the bottom. I longed from there. So you got in at 72. Well done. Well played. I mean, that's way back here. Yeah. So you're long from 72. You should be in the money, man. You should be pretty happy about that. And there you go. Just coming in, smash that like button for me. Blues Guy says, light travels faster than sound. This is why some people appear bright until you hear them speak. That is hilarious. I love that. Jane Street is highly manipulating silver. Yeah, all of those markets, in my opinion, are highly manipulated. But, you swim with the whales is the idea that we have here in crypto. It's not much different in the TradFi. Have to watch for sudden drops out of nowhere, right? Those could be good times to pick up. Sometimes I almost feel like just waiting for the big dump to buy in. The problem is when you get a big dump on the 5-minute and you think you're buying into something amazing, and then you zoom out to like the 1 hour and you realize that you have a long way to go. So I guess you got to really have a strategy, right? Is it going to try to pump back up here to its 200 at about $80.53? Probably be a little lower by the time you get there, maybe like $79.50 if you get that pump up. And again, big pumps usually come down quick. You kind of want just like a slow, healthy, rise up there, very parabolic curve. It's probably more healthy. If you're just trying to make quick money, then you probably want the straight candle up. But that straight candle up gets too far away from the 21. It's usually coming right back down. Anything else anybody wants to talk about as far as TA before I move along? CCP says, my strategy is to close my eyes and hodl. Hey, that is a real strategy. And as funny as that sounds, there's a lot of people who in and out trade, they do all these things. You have other people who just bought and held for like the last 5-6 years and they're up massively, right? So there's different strokes for different folks. And the person who held for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years and is up massively, they didn't have to stress. They didn't have to in and out. Well, they might have stressed at some points. Don't get me wrong. But they weren't in and out, in and out, in and out all the time, right? With that kind of stress. Campsta says, yeah, the dolphin dip. Yeah, a lot of times I'd be waiting for that dolphin dip. Greenfinger says 78K. He's eyeing the short here. Or no, 78K. He must be eyeing the long. That's where you got kind of rejected. Let's go to the 1 hour. What is that 1 hour 200? Because it kind of feels to me like it wants to run for that 1 hour 200. Is that where we get rejected? Do we get above it? Like all of those things. The 15 minute. You know, are you doing an SR flip right now? Support and resistance flip. Bang. I mean, this was resistance to you like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd say 5 times that first one. I don't know. But, and then you push through it, which is big. So for me, it's kind of like if the 15-minute can reset here, stochastics, without losing that support and resistance flip, like you might have something in your lower time frames to really go off of. 5-minute flagging out, 5-minute reset, still above that stochastic. So it's all just depending on what you want to play. Do you like the 3? Do you like the 5? What do you like? Let's look at the 1 minute. 1 minute, very interesting looking pattern here. Just don't know what to do with that. Looks a little shoulder head and shoulder-ish, but it's ugly at best. I mean, the best thing I would try to do is maybe flag it out, which is not necessarily amazing either. Something like this, maybe. I don't know. Certainly not beautiful to me. You can hide under the 1 minute 200. I kind of like what we were looking at the 5, though. That looked a lot better to me. Greenfinger says long question mark. Reliable J says less trades, the better seems to work for me. Yeah, and that's why I'm trying not to just rush into something here. I haven't been evaluating the market most of the day. I did watch the Lifer stream in the morning, of course. And, you know, I was watching the Lifer stream. I was in the woods. You know, I was getting a nice walk in. I was out in nature. I was enjoying life and taking a little break. Because the market, to me, just hasn't been wonderful these last couple of days. It hasn't been like, oh, we're really going in any direction. It doesn't always, for me, have to be pumping. It could be dumping. There's money to be made there. But, yeah, it just didn't seem like it was really worth even pulling your hair out over. I mean, you could hide under the support and resistance. That's a little tight to me. Good returns, though, as far as, like, getting like a 6-to-1. You can't really get down under the 200. But you can get well under that support and resistance. Thing is, you could easily get wicked out there, right? And that 15 minutes still has to reset. 15 high. 1 hour's got room, though. I don't know. But the 1 hour's far away from the 21. So I'm a little conflicted here. Like I said, all I know is the fact of my own ignorance, and then I'm learning. Maybe we're going for the bounce here off of that 21 on the 5 minute. I do really like the 5 minute. Wouldn't mind hiding out right here, taking like a really close 6-to-1. Yeah, getting the breakout there. It's like I got to get in and out of this quick, but I got to move you guys over. Otherwise, what's the point of doing the show, right? And I have so many things that I want to do and show you guys, but for right this moment, trading is kind of taking over the show. Watching too many coins messes with your brain also. I feel that. Said I slept it in, bro. Slept like a baby, though. Hey, that's good. Got to catch up on the sleep. Sleeping in, not easy to do always. Yeah, I feel that. So we were looking at the 5 minute here. It looks a little uglier on this chart, to be honest with you. You have to kind of negate that, broken pattern trade right there. 5 minutes low. See if we could recreate what we were looking at. Looks like it already kind of pulled back down from that. It looked like it was starting to pump. Like I said, it's hard to trust anything right now. It does look like some kind of inverted head and shoulder on the one, but I don't like to play 1 minute patterns unless they're big patterns, right? That take up many 1 minute candles. Says, let's go. Yeah. It'd be nice if we got a pump here. So let's pull our long position. Get our measured move rocking here. And I mean, it gave that little breakout back like immediately. So don't let that be lost on you. So a little fake out breakout, kind of like we had up here. Again, I don't trust anything that's going on right now. But if you were gonna trade it, it does have a nice measured move. And the 1 hour does look like it wants to run to the 200. I like that I can get down to the 200 moving average. The 1 minute stochastic at least I think needs to reset a little bit here. Welcome in. Smash that like button. Welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. It's definitely kind of some broken pattern trading here. And again, I think the 1 hour looks like it wants to run to the 200. Look at that. That pretty much puts you right with a nice run to the 200. And then what? Do we get rejected from there? Do we get back above it and start to really rip again when everybody thought we were going to dump? Like, what is the angle? All I know is the fact of my own ignorance here. With a little bit of lifer vision, hopefully I can at least just get a good trade. So it's running here for a couple of dollars. Put $20 in the trade. Open it long. When you're trying to get in on a limit order, a lot of times I got to get in there quick and then set my, 3-to-1 kind of quickly here. 77,600 basically. Okay, that's not what I want. This is what I want. So 77,600. Could lose $2. I think I could, it's probably like 2 for 8 or something like that. 2 for 6. I'm only trading with $50 here. And I didn't even put the full 50 in. We only put $20 in here. And who knows? We could get wicked out pretty much immediately. Notice I didn't really put a take profit because I'm just going to move my stop loss into profit as soon as it makes sense for me. And then what I like to do, since we do have a show to do here, is that I'm going to go set a trend line on TradingView. I'm not going to take you guys over there necessarily. Right at that kind of 1 minute inverted head and shoulder inside the pattern. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. I'll set an alert there. And then we can move on with the show a little bit. And I will know. Here, I'll show you. I'll put a line. Even though the alert's on TradingView, right? The line's like right there. So if we lose that, then we're rolling over. And I could legit set my stop that high, but I don't because it could just wick you real fast. And it could wick down, hit my stop right under there, and then run before I even realized if I didn't have alerts set, stuff like that. One thing that I do kind of see here is a shoulder, a head, maybe you get another shoulder. We will see what happens. So So let's look at our top gainers, top losers of the day. If you're new to the channel, smash that like button. Please subscribe, even though that's a personal choice. I'm not going to bend nobody's arm. But there is a link to our free Discord in the chat. Come on over. That's where we hang out when we're not live. I've been cranking out, reel after reel after reel, 2 reels a day. So smash the like button on those when you see them. And please drop a comment. All kinds of cool stuff in store for the channel that I'm dreaming up over here. I'm all in. When it comes to the channel, I'm all in. I think that we have some of our best days ahead of us. Time will tell. Are you along for the journey? What are you going to do? Let us know in the comments. So gainers, Yolodo gains here. Let's refresh this. Make sure we got the latest numbers because it might have changed. So Jito actually taken over here, 32% gain. I believe that's Camsta's favorite coin, right? The road to success is under construction. I like that. Camsta says, been playing with $50 for months. Yeah, exactly. It's all about that practice, day in and out practice. And if I can't turn $50 into 100, what is the point of putting 1,000 in? To me, there's just no point. Over here, spilling drinks. I think it's a glass table, right? All right. So, yep, Jito's up 32%. Kita's up 30%. Yolodo Games is up 27.4%. Double Zero up 21%. Dash up 19%. Hyperliquid up 19.3%. And Banana for Scale is up 18.6%. Let's go to our top losers. Who's the number 1 loser of the day? Meme Core dropping under $3 here. Is it over? Was it some kind of fake rally? Or is it just loading up to get a hardcore pump again? I don't know, but time will tell. So we got Kite Sync here. I believe that's Kite AI. And I mean, Meme Core is down 15, where everything else is just down a small percentage, right? But Kite and Chili's kind of right there with it. Thor Chain, or Rune. I think it's been having a little bit of trouble. Ultima, Siren, Dexy. Dexy's been hot, so I'm not really surprised seeing that run down. This is Blockworks. Has a ton of analytics going on here, a ton of different things you could see. It's almost like an overwhelming amount of analytics, right? So I almost don't want to get too far into it. But it does say spot volume today, 25 billion. It's down 18%. 24-hour perp volume, 147.4 billion. 24-hour liquidations, 129 million, right? Let's go to our liquidation heat map here, refresh. Let's see what's sitting here. Very similar to like what Bookmap would show, except for obviously, I don't believe Bookmap actually shows you liquidations, but the heat map idea is similar to Bookmap, is what I'm trying to say. So it looks like we have some good liquidations here. I like 78,364. But I will say it loves to come up here and just barely touch a little bit of it and then drop and go the opposite direction. So what is going to happen is anybody's guess. We could check on the trade a little bit. I'm down 21 cents. It doesn't look like it's getting the follow through, which honestly what I pretty much expected. You could say it's a breakout with a retest if you're, a pattern trader. Some people are exclusively retest buys, right? They would like to buy right there, basically. And that is pretty much right where we bought. It's just gone up and come back down. So there you go. Hoping to get ahead of it. I didn't go all in, right? Didn't go all in at all. I just put $20 in the trade out of the 50 that I'm rocking with, $54 or whatever, $53, 50 cents, whatever you want to say. And maybe I'll add a little bit to the position. And maybe I'll just get out of it because I don't really love what's going on here. Let's hit that Crypto X doom scroll. See what's going on over here in the land of crypto. Says, imagine an AI paying drones for verified physical delivery. Makes this trustless machine-to-machine economy a reality today. Verifying labor on chain and settling in stablecoin instantly. I do think this is very possible. Like very, very possible, right? And this is a new segment that we're doing here, this X doom scroll. Hitting the horizontal line, so we're dumping. Bang. Pretty much exactly what I would expect here. And if I lose this trade completely, like it comes down and stops me out, I probably won't try to get into another trade tonight. I did my best to try to figure out a direction and things, but to be honest with you, I'm not in love with what the market looks like tonight. Anyways, this is a really cool idea, and I like this new, segment that we've been doing here. So May 17th, 2026. I don't know why I can't talk some days. We stay finding all the big hitters even while crypto stagnate entire year. Often imitated, never duplicated, no place. Who is this? Winternomics. Everybody always flexing, right? Did they call it? Did they not call it? I don't know. So many people hop on and act like they called something they never did. Who knows? I see 5 differences. Mexi? Question mark. Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. Whatever. Just pulled off a masterclass in disappointment. Airdrop disaster for Nex. Where's Chocolate Salty at right now? Project launched with a pathetic 0.5% supply airdrop. Thousands of people ran nodes, set up VPS, grinded CLI for months, and got a few bucks worth. And now they celebrating a Coinbase listing. The audacity. This might be the greediest dev move of the cycle. Airdrop era is officially dead. Good thing we just started messing with it. Stop falling for high reward testnet bait. Just buy spot next time. Okay. I wonder if Chocolate Salty agrees with this. Elio says, let's go Turbo. We can go take a look at Turbo for sure. I meant to do that already. Pi now on OKX for millions in US. Okay. Said Venezuela just unlocked new level of crypto access. I don't know why it's sensitive content. I don't want to show it on YouTube. YouTube. But is it really sensitive if it's just crypto stuff? The White House just pushed for national AI policy framework. Big deal, yes. And not just for AI, this matters for crypto too. Why does everything have like a sensitivity label? What is going on here? 52-minute, 120x Trador entry just crushed. Okay. From my understanding, Trador is much more for like South America. But that's just my understanding. If you're building a meme coin or crypto project and need viral content, hit me up. So this guy says he's got all the viral content. This just looks like it's made by AI. That's what it looks like to me. The world is changing, isn't that true? People are losing trust in paper money and inflation-based systems. Pi Network represents the future built on utility. I don't know about that one. I think crypto blockchain technology is amazing, but just to dwindle it down to Pi Network, I think is a bit of a stretch. Attention is the real currency in Web3. That's true. That I like. Now, what they're trying to do with that information, I don't know. Turning social engagement into something valuable by rewarding active communities and creators. Okay, I like the idea. 30 trillion are coming to crypto. XRP, the future. Wake up before it's too late. All right, we got one of these riddlers out here. Let's hear what they have to say. I always find this stuff so entertaining. I own XRP, so I hope it goes to 50,000 a coin yesterday. Will it do it? I don't think so, but I'm here for it. Clarity Act passed committee. And no, it's not why I hold XRP, because I think it's going to do that. David Sachs exposed banks are ready to flood 30 trillion into crypto. They lied to you while preparing to go fully in. XRP is about to dominate the financial system. All right, let's see it. They've been screaming this at the rooftops. You think their voice was hoarse by now. But no, they're still at it. So Wall Street is mispricing crypto. Benchmark, TD Cohen, this other person, Gemini. I'm not one for all the names. Others, not trading desk, AI infrastructure, and capital market platforms. The re-rating hasn't happened yet, but analysts say the gap is closing fast. I like this segment. I love just scrolling through this. I don't normally have the time to do this, but I like doing it as a group, right? It's a lot of fun. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Bro, light. All right, I'm going to go look at turbo and light, I guess. Camsta says X is extra sensitive. Maybe. Green Finger says Pi network with the skull. Yeah, dead. Any Pi miners in here? Says, you ever sold any RJ? I don't know what that is. Oh, you ever sold any reliable J? Okay. I said I don't know what that is. Like, I don't know who reliable J is. What am I talking about? Let's go to Trading View. Let's look at Turbo and let's look at Light. And I feel like I do my best to make this kind of like the people's channel, right? So I want to give the people what they want. Just looking at this trade, still not amazing. Did get the bounce there off that trend line. Let's go look at Turbo before I waste a bunch of time looking at something random. Turbo, there we go on the 1 hour. Let's go to like the 15. It pumped. It sure did. LO00 Zo was right. Turbo definitely getting the pump. Look like you're running up to some resistance here. Should be like right there at that red line. Can it consolidate and just absolutely rip through it? I don't know. That 21 needs to get above the 200 in order to do that. I know that though. Here you go. Try to make something out of this. Get a little bit prettier. Go ahead and run this. Measured move. I mean, it's doing the thing. Flagging out. 5 minute 21 coming up above the 200. Stochastic reset. A little bit. 5 minute bullish divergence there. If you see this swings up while this swings down. Says that you might get a little bit of a pump. I'd kind of wait on the 21, but it might move before you actually get to really do that. Let's go ahead and throw that long position on. See what kind of move we can make out of this. There you go. And man, if that 3-1, yeah, it can't get quite down to the 200, but I mean, it gives you a little bit of room for sure. It's basically this gap here, right, on the VRVP, which we could get a little more candles in would be cool. Here's your POC down here, basically right where your stop loss would be is the POC. So I don't love that particularly. You could just kind of watch. Then you drop down to the 3 once you got yourself all set up. 21 reacting. I mean, it could go sooner than later if it's hot. A lot of things are kind of pumping right now. 1 minute stochastic reset. Does look like it could be a good move for a Turbo. Kind of like to see the 5 minute 21 come up and get into price action without it rolling over and coming down to the POC, because with your POC here, like, you know, it could run down pretty quick. Lighter was the other one. Go to crypto. There we go. I guess MEXC. I don't really have it everywhere. Wait, why did I go to XRP? That's not what I wanted. I wanted lighter. I think I know what happened. I already had it and I took it off. There we go. Whoa, lighter doing what a lot of things are doing. It's just absolutely running here. Is this what Mega ETH is going to do at some point? I don't know. And again, at this point, like, a lot of it is just like chasing these pumps, which I'm not a huge fan of, honestly. Rather find them on the larger time frames and get in them early. You're right at the 200 on the 1 minute here. So I guess you kind of need to see what the heck you're going to do. But it does let you kind of put a stop right under the 200, which a lot of times is a pretty good look. Says maybe 140, $1.40, I should say. Say it clear. Get you, I mean, at least your 3 to 1 is like well under the 200. But it is the 1 minute 200, right? So we don't want to act like it can't break the 200, but it is a place where it often bounces. Looks like a lot of other coins. Noah was mining it years ago in a dusty wallet. Hey, you might want to find that. It might be worth something. Puck peak, bro. Really quick. What are you trying to say to me, Blue Sky? I'm kind of curious when everyone here started to buy crypto. Like, who's our vets? There you go. Everybody drop in the chat, you know, where you're from and when you got into crypto. Just roughly. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? You could just drop a year or something of that nature. A month and a year, I guess, if you know it. All right, let's run back here. To our doom scroll. This is not phone mining. This is Guru participation. One tap a day, one step in the ecosystem. One step into the ecosystem. First Guru builders are coming. I don't know what any of that means. ZKE exchange, another exchange on the radar. OpenAI's Singapore lab funded, but Asian crypto venture inflows dropped 30%. AI capital crowding out crypto. Okay. When a regulator becomes a teacher, knowledge outlasts policy. Hester Pierce shaped crypto's legal landscape. Now she'll shape minds. Sometimes the greatest impact comes after the spotlight fades. What legacy matters most? Okay. It's a random person saying something here. The wait is almost over. Join the second batch of beta testers using the AI XPay official. I don't know. It's probably AI XPay. It's not something I get into. Why is everything sensitive content? Very weird. U.S. crypto market structure build delayed. The clock is ticking. Seems like clickbait. The setup, Bitcoin at 63,000. Miners levered to AI, and the Fed green light for crypto banking. Buy the dip into 60K if it comes. This is the claim, the calm before the storm. All right, I like what he's saying. We'll give him a like. SpaceX is holding twice as much BTC as previously estimated. I don't know how they know that. Remember this guy, he's going hard. He's always posting whatever he's doing. He might be someone to take a look at. Most projects talk about interoperability. Konex World is actually building it. ZCBN, Zebek Network, didn't they have something was going on with it? Yeah, I Trust Capital IRAs. Yep. U.S. holders can buy it now. So that actually sounds really awesome. Be really interesting to watch the market over the next couple of days. See if we're going to do something bullish into the weekend, or if we're not. We're not going to do anything bullish over the weekend. It's going to be chop, and then we roll into Monday, and maybe that pent up, bullishness can maybe get us somewhere if we don't drop too hard. It'd be really interesting. I'll be keeping an eye on it for sure. So Louisiana earned BTC in 2014, lost it, then started purchasing crypto back in 2025. Louisiana sounds like not your keys, not your crypto. All right, got a lot going on here. Blues Guy says I started in 2019. Thanks, Underground. Absolutely. Reliable J says I'm super old school. CCP says I'm from New York City. Bought ETH in 2017. And then they give us pronouns as she, they. Okay. Hopefully I don't just keep calling you the wrong stuff. I think it was around 2021. I'm from the North Pole. From the North Pole. Santa, is that you? Okay, here we are. From Louisiana, earned BTC in 2014. I lost the context, right? Lost it and then started purchasing it back again in 2025. That's rough for sure. So Liz and Grandma aren't the only girls. There we go. Yeah, bought Litecoin and ETH instead of BTC in 2017 because I thought BTC was too expensive. There we go. It says apologies, question mark. Oh, for my portfolio. CCP is funny. Leo Double says, cool dude. Yeah, I'm from Ohio. Started buying in late 2018. Okay, so you've got some time under your belt. It's great. Blues guy says, I'm Santa minus the belly. I'm fit AF. Nice. Well, I'm glad to meet some new people. I'm glad to see It's Gray. I don't think I've really seen your name too much in here. Welcome in, welcome in. Usually people come and then they stay. So I look forward to that. All right, we'll move off of the doom scroll here on Twitter because I would really love to tell you a crypto story and raise that crypto IQ. So we've been talking about institutions, and yeah, we're almost 2 hours into the stream and we're just getting to raise that crypto IQ. It's just been one of those nights. We'll check in on the trade real fast. It's probably dumping. Would not doubt it. Yep. Of course, classic stuff. Feels like anything I do, it's going to do the opposite of whatever I was doing. I know anybody who's ever traded knows how that feels, but you can't let it get too far into your head. Seems like kind of still consolidating in the same flag here. Changes our breakout a little bit, tempers our expectation here. Now I'm already in, so it's not my 3-to-1, but there you go. It does get you down to the 200. And we'll just wait. That's the point of a 3-to-1. I don't want to be in and out, changing it, moving things constantly. We just let it rock out, right? I could lose $2. I can live with that risk. I didn't go all in to where I'm going to lose like $7, $8 out of my $50. I can lose $2 or I can make like $6. I'm cool with that. All right. We've been talking about institutions and ETFs and why they're so important. Reliable J says crypto people, right? It's good to be here with your tribe, right? That's what it's all about. So, and shout out to all my people. I haven't seen Melissa much. Melissa, you still out there? So one of the most important shifts in crypto is not just price. It is participation. The types of participants entering the market are changing. What began largely as a retail-driven movement is increasingly attracting traditional capital. Asset managers with trillions under management, custodians, advisors, corporate treasuries, and possibly sovereign entities. This matters because institutions think very differently from retail. They operate with long time horizons, structured process, risk committees, and large pools of capital. Even modest allocations from these participants can alter market structure over time. The key insight is not that institutions are buying everything overnight. It's that crypto is being taken seriously by some of the most influential financial organizations in the world. The number one here being BlackRock, which is the largest asset manager, has become one of the most visible institutional participants in crypto, right? The one that most people reference to the big money. And keep in mind that BlackRock is a asset manager, but a lot of those assets are for their customers, and their customers are their number one priority. Fidelity Investments, right, coming in number 2 here, an early mover that built dedicated digital asset infrastructure. Franklin Templeton, a traditional investment firm actively exploring blockchain and tokenization. Hedge funds and family offices, often among the earliest institutional adopters of emerging asset class. Now, we talked about how a lot of these big people, they could not really get into crypto at first. Maybe in their private life, they have plenty of money. They could buy BTC. But as far as the assets under management and stuff, their customers, without an ETF and structured, regulated ways to get exposure, they really couldn't, and that's why ETFs became so critically important. Pension funds and sovereign wealth funds, large patient pools of capital that become increasingly important over time. Corporations, some companies hold digital assets directly on their balance sheets. Core insight, institutional adoption matters because even small allocations from very large capital pools can be significant, especially if they buy something outside of BTC and Ethereum, right? If they start buying some smaller coins, that capital can be really significant. So I hope you found that interesting. I hope that raised your crypto IQ even just a little bit. We're going to do our regular testnet stuff here, just on-chain GM, nothing crazy. Got 3 different things we've been keeping our eye on. Looks like a lot of people are saying that the era of good airdrops is dead, and it might be. Too many people got word of it. In my life, I'd always been running multiple companies. I was way too busy to be consistent with any of this stuff, but the power of having a live stream show Monday through Saturday really makes it so I'm able to keep up with this. So I'm doing it. I might get absolutely nothing out of it. It is what it is. So Arcus, Circle, USDC, they might not care to hype up the real Web3 crypto people. Robinhood has a terrible reputation, in my opinion, among like real crypto people. Just go to Reddit. You'll find it very fast. They've turned trading off in things at pivotal moments and stuff that really made people quite mad with them. So my point is they have an opportunity with this testnet to like drop some airdrop money. They don't even have to drop a lot of money, in my opinion. I mean, what's $20 million to them in airdrops? Probably nothing. And they could buy the love of the people. Now, are they smart enough to do that? Doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like they care, but it is what it is. Again, they probably have a terrible reputation amongst real Web3 people for a reason. So let's see if management can do something smart there. I do need to get some more from the faucets for both Arc and Lightforge. But I will do that at another time, as I don't want to spend too much time on it. What's going on here? Does kind of look like, let's get the zoom in, like maybe we're going for another shot at it here. But it does look kind of boring for price action right now. A lot of things have been pumping hard. A lot of money is probably moving away from BTC. People are trading, Turbo, Zcash. What was the other one that pumped hard? Hype. But I don't think I'd want to run and chase those right now. So the question really becomes, what are the next coins that stuff's going to rotate into, or is it just going to continue, going? Says UG, he wants to see light. Thank you once again for all you do, sir. Absolutely. I did light. Did we miss that? When lab hits $4, go back in, says Reliable J. All right, getting a little bit of a lift off here. I'm not sure where that comment comes from. Didn't we went over light? I'll go back and we'll take a look at it again. I literally still have it up. It looks like it lost that 200, right? Trying to kind of flag it a little bit. This is a 1-minute chart, so I wouldn't get too crazy here. And again, a lot of times you get these like nice falling wedge, and then it doesn't really do the breakout and run. It does more of the slowly roll over, maybe cup and handle kind of vibe. So that's lighter. I mean, that's a 1 minute, right? So you could obviously run to something more like a 5 minute. That does kind of lower. You really got to be super tight here to get a 3-to-1. I'm not really interested in trading lighter at the moment. Lighter's not really my kind of coin, to be honest with you. I think it is not really all that amazing as far as a product, use case, all of that kind of stuff. But the 5-minute Stokes is reset. You go to the 15. It is basically reset on the 21. So, I mean, the 15 actually looks pretty good here, right? And see how different this is depending kind of on what time frame you are. Changes it a lot. You could maybe look for the bounce on the 15 for light. Light has been hot, so I mean it probably has a lot of attention and volume. And crypto markets are 24/7, so you do have this hidden bullish divergence here, or it's setting up to do, which says that you should break these highs before you break these lows. That's hidden bullish divergence for you. 15 minutes, a strong time frame, in my opinion. So I kind of do like those odds there. If I was going to trade anything right now, as far as lighter goes, it'd probably be this 15-minute bounce on the 21. But I don't love Wednesday night trading, and I don't really love the market the way it looks right now. Talked about Turbo not really doing the thing we were projecting, we were hoping here. And it's doing more of the rollover. I mean, is that what we're going to see from pretty much everything? BTC looking like maybe it is breaking. So there you go. Hopefully I did what you wanted. Let's go look at Lab real quick. SWE getting the breakout. Looking real nice. Another thing kind of going parabolic. I like that. To $1.13. It's up from even when we started the show. And let's look at Lab. Reliable J has just been crushing this coin. Shout out to Reliable J, my man in the house. We'll get it on Mexi. Go to Lab. It says when it goes back to $4, scoop some up. I guess that's his support and resistance levels. Is that this? Oh yeah, that's right there. I see why you're saying that, brother. Because that is basically this bottom down here. And you could just kind of roll with the support and resistance, right? So that's kind of your range that you've been in for the longest time. Coming down to kind of the bottom of the range. Of course, another one of these, like, almost want to be a falling wedge, but is probably just going to round. 15-minute is losing the 200, so it looks like coming down to $4 is a pretty good move. Catch that with some leverage. I'll be watching that. So what I can do here is I just grab this line and throw an alert on it. Now I don't really have to think about it. I don't have to worry. It's going to come down here. And then a lot of times if I really want it at $4, I'm going to move it up a little bit, right? So that by the time it hits, if I put it at $4, I go wick down and then I'll totally miss it by the time I get over here and look at it, right? So that gives me an extra couple of minutes to assess as we're coming down there. It says, my bad, I missed it. Dips and chips, my daily plays that pay. Well said. There's been so much action here today, but no super chats. What's up with that? And like I said, I have some cool things that I want to be doing on the channel. So hopefully I get the chance to do that. This looks like a good time to move stops into break even, at least. Because who knows how long this little pump's going to last, right? And I just don't want to get wrecked out of it. TP. Drag to add to take profit. I never put a take profit in. I put a stop loss in, but I never put a take profit. So I don't know what that is doing here. Close position for a take profit. So weird. All right, cancel that. Why would I have a take profit? Oh, that just closed all of it. I feel like they changed the way this is working. I don't love that, but whatever. Oh, that closed my whole position? I've never seen it do that before. That makes me really mad, actually. What the fuck was that? This is Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. I curse every once in a while. But yo, really, what the hell was that? I just wanted to close a take profit. It said take profit. It didn't say close my entire position. That's different as far as weeks goes. I don't think I made anything off of that. I was just starting to get into profit there. Might give me the opportunity to buy again. Honestly, I'm perfectly content with leaving this thing alone. Yeah, and now it's going to pump, and I'm not going to FOMO chase it. Oh, that makes me so mad. What the F? I shouldn't have clicked that. Where's the undo button? Yeah, this thing's going to rip now that I'm out. That's how it goes. What the hell? All I wanted to do was take whatever that take profit was. Why, if I open a stop loss, would I have a take profit when all I've put is a stop loss? I never put a take profit. So there should be no, try not to curse, there should be no take profit anywhere on my screen when I have not set a take profit, right? It didn't used to do that. You'd set a stop loss, you'd have a red line, it would say SL, stop loss. That was it. You'd move it up. Why did they add some stupid stuff? I have no idea. It does look like you're coming back to resistance here. It's struggling, but it does look like it might push through. 3-minute stochastic is high. 5-minute probably has room to go. Yeah, 5-minute has room to go. Now that I'm out, I'm not really all that interested in getting back in. Even though there's a chance it rips, there's also a chance it just rolls back over. Nothing exciting here. Let's talk about chainers, because I love me some chainers. It is rolling into 10:30. For anybody who doesn't know, we do a members only live stream after the stream, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday we still kind of do it, but Friday is kind of for everybody, so everybody can see, you know, more. That members only live stream, we're just continuing to pack value in there. You have to buy the $3 a month membership. If you can't swing it, then you don't get to come to the members only live stream. It is what it is. It is meant to be a little bit exclusive for those who, I guess, value my time and energy. Because that's what you're saying with a super chat, with, you know, a membership. You're saying, hey, I value the many hours of work that you put into this channel. That's how it comes across to me. So shout out to all my undergrounders. Shout out to everybody who has a membership. And there's people who have memberships that don't come to the members only stream. I know it's a stream right after the stream, so I totally understand. It doesn't hurt my feelings, but I do want you guys to know it's there, and then obviously not be shocked when we switch to a members only stream. We found some cool DeFi games we've been playing. This game looks really simple, but it's actually really cool, and it's actually you know, real DeFi. Hasn't got the break yet, but it does look like it's about to do it. That makes me so annoying. Projected 79, and then see, now I'm chasing. It's already broke out. There it goes. Oh wait, I don't want to get in that much. Let's see. And I guess I'm gonna chase. Am I in? I am in. Is it gonna do the thing? Really want like a super tight stop loss. 77,933. Or let's just do, here, let's see. To get a proper 3-to-1, I gotta figure this out quickly before it does something crazy on me. So a proper 3-to-1 puts me down here. At that point, I might as well just play the 21 there and call it 77,868. I don't like when they change things. And I'm not going to say like, oh, they didn't tell anybody, because who knows? They might have sent out an email. I obviously missed it. And honestly, it's not that big of a deal. I wasn't even negative. I think I probably took about exactly what my fees were, which was like 50 cents. So certainly, like Sam said the other day, you never know what your last day here is. And I'm not going to let any of this trading stuff ruin how I feel. I do want to see, though. I don't actually want to add it, but you can always just kind of open it and go to 79,000. And that would be up $5.50, basically. It says value is also found inconsistent. And I really mess with chainers. Let's sell everything for some DMB here. Our total investment in chainers is like $10. They gave us like $240 worth of value for $10. Couldn't turn that down. But we played it for a very long time without putting any money into it at all. And we do have this kind of season pass going on here, which is pretty cool. Oh wait, I don't want to buy that. Nope. Go to the weekly. I don't want to buy any of that. Do we have anything to claim? Auto collect. Oh, that's only with. Interesting. So let's go collect our dailies here, daily rewards. Some free CFB, which is the in-game currency. It's like a farm like you would have with a lot of things, but the farm is gamified. Atom Caster, give you a free item. So you have a farm, you start off with very limited plots, you grow stuff, you sell them. You can get BNB or Polmatic, which is real crypto, which is what I like. That's real DeFi, gaming or intuition. You know what I mean? Real DeFi intuitive there, if you catch what I'm trying to say. And so, yeah, you have a farm, you start off with very little, and you build yourself up. There's a mini game. You have the Atom Caster will give you random items in this little mini game, and then it will give you a free item here. We'll go ahead and run this real quick. It takes like 2 minutes. It's a very simple game. As far as games go, it's not amazing, but you're just trying to get the free item here. I'm not trying to play this for a long period of time. I'm just trying to grab the free item and build up my farm day after day. I would say overall, like maintenance on chainers, just to do it, even if you did the game, it takes you maybe like 5-6 minutes a day, maybe. If you don't do the game, it's like literally 30 seconds. Just grab everything, replant the stuff in your plots, sell it or stack it, and there you go. I just do this for a little extra item. Sometimes it's free in-game currency, which I can use to buy stuff later. Sometimes it's food for the animals, which turns into more things that I can sell. Sometimes it's new items in plots. Sometimes I get a plot. You merge things together, you get higher rarity. I like chainers. Chainers is pretty cool. And for me, a lot of times, like, I like to go look at stuff and mess with it so that you guys kind of don't have to. You know, you can kind of see it for a while, and you're like, I don't know if I would want to waste my time doing that. Kind of trying to do the research for you, basically, is the idea here. Drop the money, things like Fogo fishing, this chainers, stuff like that. All the links in the descriptions. They are affiliate links. Most of them, honestly, you get nothing for. Like, when it comes to this, the link is just there for you to quickly get to it without having to go to search it and worry about what link you're clicking. Just make it nice and easy. I only get any kind of affiliate. I'm super transparent. I do pride myself on that. People say it, but do they mean it? If you buy something in the store with like actual USDT or something, I get, I think, 30%. But anything else you do, I don't really get anything for it. We are, and I can sit here and zone out and get to like 100,000 probably in points, no problem. But once I get to my 1,000, I go ahead and let them take me out. Yeah, SpaceX IPO, get your money ready for that. Yeah. What are we thinking on that? Like, is it gonna come out and maybe? I think it'll probably come out and just pump and pump and pump. I wonder what the price will be when it actually comes out. What do we get? I needed some common fertilizer pretty bad, so I'll take that. Eyelashes. And I don't know about all you guys, but I'm still having fun every day on the stream. You know, it's definitely work to show up every day and have something to talk about and try to be entertaining, you know, and manage everything that I want to go over, all that fun stuff. But I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. Be somewhere where people are enjoying what they're doing and they're not just grinding. There's so many people in the crypto space that, you know, it's okay to treat it like a job, right? Take it serious. But who are only here? Some people come to mind, right? Who I from the background chatter, I know that they're not even crypto people, and they're just here because they think it's a moneymaker, and they're right. It's a hard time for it, right? But it'll be really good again in their shows and things that they've built. But I think you can tell who's real crypto people. You know, like the Lifer, he's real crypto people. There's people out there who are not. They're here for a paycheck, and I don't hate on it, but I do feel a lack of energy and excitement coming from those people. And sometimes I really feel a lack of understanding about blockchain technology. They just kind of read the headlines in the news and stuff like that, and that's kind of all you get. It says, likewise, UG, we enjoy so much. Well, thank you. I appreciate that always, guys. And then I'm going to initiate in the background here the members-only live stream. Again, not trying to twist nobody's arm, but if you don't understand, you have to buy the $3.99 membership in order to come to the members-only live stream. I don't want people to feel like I'm constantly shilling that. I just don't want. There's probably somebody out there who maybe doesn't understand how it works and doesn't understand how to get into the members-only live stream. Ooh, hit a rare fish. I like Fogo fishing. It's one of those things that just keeps up in the background, but I don't know. For whatever reason, I enjoy it. Nowadays, I enjoy games that I don't have to sit and play like a real video game on PlayStation because I just don't have the time for it. We got Panzer Dogs, which we love. I'll throw an invite out there, see who wants to get a quick round in. Probably where we'll pick up. Just still stacking back to 10K scrap, see what we get. And there is a countdown there. We've been doing decent on one of our slots. We started with like $2 and we were up to like $17. We were up to like $21 or something, but we called it quits at 17 because it seemed like the luck had ran out. Nothing like a good opportunity. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to have the way to show you how you can digitally just get a free $5, right? And that's free $5 to play with, probably on top of the daily reward. So if we can go from getting like 50 cents a dollar a day on some of these platforms to $5 or $6 a day, that's really going to increase our hit rate as far as taking money. And like stake.com, you know, I got free money, free dollar a day. Many times I've turned it into $50, $80, $100. Cash it out in XRP, so it's crypto. Send that XRP to Coinbase. Flip it into some coin. I bought a bag of Clanker because I love the tokenomics on Clanker, right? Can't play UG. Enjoy, I'm watching. Okay, no worries. I don't want to waste too much time. I want to at least get one game in here before we switch over to the members-only live stream. So, in the members-only live stream, we're always talking about opportunity, all that fun stuff. But I do definitely understand about, you know, a long live stream into a members-only live stream that could also be potentially really long. Maybe people don't have that kind of time, which is fine. I just want to build value for you guys. And if I can figure out a time to move the members-only live stream, I would gladly do that. Just feel like most people are at work during the day and stuff. Kind of hard to always move it. Once we have a bigger community, and we are growing, for sure. Blues Guy says only in US. Yeah, stake.com only in US for the free dollar. That much is true. But as far as some of the other stuff you should be able to do, like get in the free $5 a day, that's a different platform. That's actually not on stake. Although it'll probably come to stake. I could see them implementing that at some point, for sure. We are wrecking them. It's just me and Reliable J holding it down. Get some health. Run for the hills and get some health. would have thought I was trying to hit reliable J with that rocket. Whoops. Dang. I'm like, are we lagging? Because I can't hit nothing when we're lagging. He's out of here. All right, 52 seconds. Top over, look at the trade. Am I getting whooped? Doesn't look like it ever quite did the big pump like we were hoping for. Maybe doing a little something. I mean, it's holding that level. I'm under the 21. If you're going to roll over an M here, you're going to lose the 21. This resistance that we had kind of had, you know, here at our trend line, kind of really just holding you right there. I'd like to see that break and then a support and resistance flip, and then, you know, you could really do something. But we spent all this time here and we haven't got above it at all, really. Just barely turning green. All right, everybody. LOOO Zo says, okay, my people, y'all have a good rest of your night.